Hey, what's up guys? This is Jeff with Gamestork, and today we're going to be looking at some of the rumors around the Nintendo Direct that is supposedly coming on January the 11th, and what's been leaked, what hasn't been leaked, should we be able to trust this, and everything else to do with it. So without further ado, let's jump right in after this amazing intro from your favorite Nintendo guy, the Gamestork.
Gamestork, delivering news, reviews, and playthroughs like a newborn baby.
So, over the past couple weeks, countless rumors have been pointed towards a Nintendo Direct, taking place, obviously, on January the 11th, as we said, and Nintendo hasn't confirmed anything. So as we go into this, let's just consider these rumors, because that's exactly what they are, as rumors that should be taken with a grain of salt, but we will explore and see just how far these rumors have gone and how great this could be for us, looking as, you know, this year for the Nintendo Switch, what it could mean and how believable some of these are. So going the 4chan route, there are two different rumors, or two sets of rumors that have been uncovered, and we'll go through the first one, and these are the games. Obviously the Nintendo Direct would be like this: Luigi's Mansion 3 confirmed. I think this is kind of a given. The fact is, the first-party studios really are pushing the sales of the Nintendo Switch, and I don't think they're going to change that in 2018. I believe that the first-party, just amazing releases are going to push this console. And Luigi's Mansion, especially them announcing Luigi's Mansion to be a late 2018 game, like a holiday 2018 game, would be amazing. Speaking of a holiday 2018, if this is true, it looks like Metroid Prime 4 will have a trailer shown, and also will have a 2018 holiday release. And that's pretty cool, right? It's also listed on there that it could have optional Prime 3 controls, which I think is neat. Now, there's a lot of people who believe, including myself, that Bandai Namco is co-creating this game, working with Nintendo to create Metroid Prime 4. I'm fine with that because, you know, after Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, I truly believe that these third-party studios could add something fresh and new and really cool to Nintendo's IPs. Star Fox Zero re-release with optional motion controls and additional content. I think this is kind of cool. Star Fox should get more love on the Nintendo Switch. A lot of people didn't get to play the Wii U version as we speak. I mean, we could, nothing's confirmed yet, but we could see that the Nintendo Switch right now sales have probably outsold the Wii U's lifetime sales. So as we see going into 2018, more people had the opportunity to play Star Fox Zero, and this excites me a bunch. Tokyo Mirage Sessions port. This is one that's a really solid game. I think that it makes sense. Ports are going to be a big part of the Nintendo Switch's 2018 life, and I really just believe that we're going to see just about every top-selling Wii U game ported. Fire Emblem Switch will be shown. The theme of this game is family, supposedly. It takes place over 3 generations and deals with the rise and fall of a small upstart kingdom trying to establish independence against a mighty empire. The subtitle is a mystery for now, but apparently Fire Emblem will be making its way onto the Nintendo Switch, and I think this is really cool. This is scary, though, for those of you who are big 3DS fans. If games like this come over, and you see that those games that were typically only mobile based, keeping the mobile games alive, which, you know, the Nintendo Switch is a mobile console, so it's still kind of keeping the tradition, but it's also phasing out the Nintendo Switch, which I believe they will probably cut off sometime in 2019. Hate to say that, but slowly but surely I think that we're going to see the merging of all of the franchises that Nintendo has creates or has something to do with over to the Nintendo Switch. Fallout 4 port confirmed. We're going to see this. I believe this is one I was expecting. I was hoping for 3 as well, honestly, because out of 3 and 4, I know some of you guys would probably want to hang me out in the streets for saying this, but I preferred Fallout 3. I really enjoyed that game, and I would love to play it again. I would love to see a port, but I will replay Fallout 4 on the Switch, and I think that would be a great port. Also, speaking of ports, looks like this rumor entails Wonderful 101 being ported with no new content. This was a great game. If you didn't get a chance to play it, it's a lot of fun. It's one that I can honestly say that I would recommend to you because it's not necessarily a really long game, but it's just something that offers you something different. It's a lot of fun, it's interesting, and you won't see a lot like it. Supposedly there's also going to be a Bayonetta 3 trailer shown. It involves Bayonetta going up against another witch. Not much to say about her other than the fact that her outfit's purple. It seems oddly specific, but it looks like we'll see a trailer of Bayonetta 3. That's completely believable, considering this game is already announced, and let's face it, it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait, and if you have not played Bayonetta, you should be very excited about Bayonetta coming very soon here to the Nintendo Switch. 1 and 2, you should play both of them. They are worth your time. If you enjoy things like Devil May Cry before it was reworked into what it is today, you'll really like this game. It's a lot of fun, and I believe that it carries on the tradition of that genre very, very well. Also, there's going to be a Mario sports game, according to this one, which is a strange compilation title. It's basically 5 Mario sports games in one package. A new Mario Strikers by NLG, a new Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, and Tennis by Camelot, and Mario Baseball. Small content updates will be released regularly post-launch to keep things fresh, but the details as of right now are vague. So this is interesting to me. I think this game would do very well. We have been missing. There are still gyroscopic controls. Like we do have motion on the system, so motion could play into this. And Wii Sports did great when it came out on the Wii. And this is a game that we're all kind of missing. Something that's very simple. Also, Mario Strikers was very fun, very addictive, and very competitive. So I could see this game making its way over. It's a great take anywhere and play and challenge anywhere game. And that's pretty much fantastic. So let's start on the other 4chan results for this leak, and this is a completely different set, but we're going to look at this. The first is that it begins with Faye, or however you say it, and a Hollow Knight release date, which would be February the 23rd. This makes sense considering this was apparently leaked. Also, when Faye was leaked by Capcom, it looked like that they listed in that there would be a January Nintendo Direct where it would be announced. Yoshi is supposedly, according to this, being released on May the 4th, called Tale of Two Kittens, or not kittens, Tale of Two Nitties. There you go. Kirby is a March 2nd game to keep the Switch anniversary. Fire Emblem Direct in April, which would go along with the last thing. Mario Maker's in development, and apparently, according to this, it will permanently replace traditional 2D Mario games. This makes me happy, but it also does not make me happy. I think that Mario Maker was fantastic. However, being on the Nintendo Switch, you're going to be missing the dual screen thing that made this much more playable. And when it's docked and you'll have it on the TV, you won't be able to use the touch controls, and then when it's in your hand, obviously, you will. But it looks like in order to get the full effect and to push these things as easily as possible, you have to undock to create your levels. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what they do with this game. Maybe they could use, like the World of Goo, motion controls, but we'll see. Xenoblade Chronicles X and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze ports round up the Wii U system ports, and I think this would be great. Xenoblade Chronicles X was fantastic. It's a massive world with good characters, great gameplay, it's very memorable. And also Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze was a great iteration of the Donkey Kong series, which is extremely challenging if you want it to be, and it's really good. Pikmin 4 is coming, but will be talked about more at E3. It's a significantly smaller game. Think original Pikmin eShop only. This would make sense. This is one of those games to where those of us who are devout, Nintendo fans, we typically love Pikmin, but they're not system or console sellers. It just doesn't sell as well as a lot of the bigger games. But we do consistently purchase this game, so it makes sense for this to come out on the eShop and to be a smaller game. Pokemon and Online will be talked about later in the year, expected to be advertised hand in hand with each other. So if this is true, this leads me to believe that Pokemon going on the Unreal Engine will have some type of online world in which you can get on, like an MMO style, where you can get on and catch Pokemon in this world and trade with people and interact with real people. And if this is the case, go ahead and sign my life away, because number one, I'm going to purchase this game. Like, I'm going to throw my money at it. Number 2, it's going to take over my life. If this is like an online MMO type game, it's over with. This will be the biggest moneymaker. They could charge, $50 a month, and people are going to purchase this. I hope that they don't, but I'm just saying. I'm sure you'll be able to play it for free when you purchase that $20 a year Nintendo plan. But man, oh man, this is going to be amazing. If this is true, let's hope. The Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC is an alternate universe story mode where Shulk became the god, and is a mini campaign where you can take him down. This is priced at $20. Looks like it's going to be a post E3 release. Also, remember, take this stuff with a grain of salt. I've said that time and time again. These are just rumors, but I believe that this would be really cool. I did replay Xenoblade Chronicles and on the Nintendo 3DS, the new Nintendo 3DS, and I really enjoyed the port. Obviously, it was downgraded a little bit, so I would love to see a port of this game on the Nintendo Switch. But let's be real, I really want them to continue with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 characters. I'm almost 100 hours into this game. I'm working on the review as we speak, and by the end of the week I should have this up. And I'm in the last chapter, enjoying the mess out of this game, loving the characters, and I just really want to see more of that. So every Mighty Switch Force game is supposedly going to launch for the Switch on January the 11th. Hot Miami Collection gets physical release date unknown. Ruiner is coming in the summer, presumably with Hotline Miami. No More Heroes, Travis Strikes Again trailer will be shown. Also, Shantae snipper clips make the other 2 indies that appear in the game, coming in September, but an exact date won't be revealed. All first-party titles from Game Boy Advance will be in the Switch Virtual Console library from January to June, and Mother 3 will be excluded from that. So this is an indication that maybe we'll get some early access into these games in the Virtual Console that we don't really know if those are going to be included, that if you'll have to pay to be able to play these or what. This is something that I do hope that they do talk about. South Park games are coming to the Switch, and they will be packaged like Bayonetta 1 and 2, where the first South Park game will get a physical release and the second will get a DLC code. This is cool to me. I'm fine with that. I've realized, I'm like, well, it's just like any other console. Once you actually dig in and you purchase that SD card, you'll be good to go. I mean, the other big games that you finish that you'll find that you probably won't be playing because of the massive outpouring of big, great games coming out to the Nintendo Switch. You can just it's not deleting, it's archiving the games, which is technically deleting, but it saves your data and things like that. So you can just easily re-download it, and it opens up space. So if you're like me, I have a 200 gig card, and so far I haven't had to clear anything, and I've got just about every game that's come out. But it's one of those things where if I do have to archive something, that's completely fine. I would love to see the South Park games come over, and it seems like Nintendo's making a much larger effort to get mature games and things like that. And speaking of mature games, it looks like Wolfenstein 2 will be coming June the 6th with all of the DLC. And I will say about this game, I just finished playing it on the PC, and oh my goodness, is it good. It actually worked its way into my top 5 favorites over Resident Evil, definitely over Resident Evil for 2017. Wolfenstein 2 is fantastic. Oh man, it's so good. And also the Direct will end with an Animal Crossing teaser with a July 27th release, which I think will be really great. Animal Crossing is something that we need on the Switch. Now, the Reddit rumor, moving on from the 4chan stuff, which is based on a previous rumor from the same source, includes a number of details on a non-Nintendo specific rumblings and things. You can find all that there, but I'm just going to go over exactly what they listed, which is some the same, some different, and we don't really know what to believe at this point. But let's just hope that Nintendo comes out first and says, yes, there is a Direct, and then we can all let these rumors ensue and take us over and keep us up at night and get us really excited. But firstly, the Nintendo Switch's Virtual Console not being like how it currently is known to be like, as there is some kind of subscription service of sorts in the works, and how online rewards will work now to being part of that Direct. I'm excited about this. They need to do something better with the rewards, because purchasing these games and having the points and coins build up on their website, it's really leaving me in a place where I have nothing to spend them on, and realistically all that's going to happen is that they are going to just run out. I mean, I've got nothing to spend those coins on, so I'm hoping that this virtual console will go hand in hand with that, and all those purchases that we register for those gold and platinum coins and whatever, we'll be able to spend on Switch stuff, because that's what we really want. Even if it's just like that's the way right now to give us wallpapers, I think that would be great. Metroid Prime 4 will have some presence at the Direct. I believe that if there is a Direct, that's a given. Pokemon for Nintendo Switch might be present. A new Wario heading to 3DS, which is interesting to me, but I'm down. Grand Theft Auto 5 port coming in the third quarter of 2018. I think that this would be massive, very massive, including this Red Dead Redemption port also being planned, which is the first game. I think that these ports would be a huge deal. So if they announce these for 2018 and go along with, if just half of what is being said here today is true, you can expect that 20 million in the fiscal year of 2018. It's going to happen, and those sales are just going to fly through the roof. And honestly, I have 2 in my house, and I'm thinking at this point about purchasing a Switch for my daughter this next year, and who knows, man, I can wind up with like 20 Switches by the end of next year. But I know my son and I have had a lot of fun playing each other in Xenoverse 2 and just a ton of different games. Hearthstone for the Nintendo Switch in development. If you're into these card games, you know, I've actually not played Hearthstone, but it's one that for some reason I've heard a lot about it lately. You can tell me some of the comments about it, about why I should play this. And it's one that I've almost pulled the trigger on quite a few times to play. And if it does come to the Switch, I'll definitely give it a shot and see what all the fuss is about. Injustice 2 port is supposedly in development as well, according to this. I think that would be great. Injustice is an awesome one-on-one fighting game. Here's the one all of you want to hear. Dragon Ball FighterZ is in development for Switch to release in the third and/or fourth quarter of 2018. And I believe that this one is kind of a given. We know this is going to happen because Xenoverse 2 sold so well on the Nintendo Switch, and it did great, and I think that they would be dumb at this point not to port this game. The Switch can easily handle this. It's one that you don't even have to worry about anything graphically or anything like that. I think the port would be relatively easy, and you know, I honestly believe we'll see that by the end of 2018. Now here's one that goes against one of my last videos because of the public statement by them, but Call of Duty is supposedly in development for the Nintendo Switch. Which one? We don't know, but I believe that this would be a great port. Seeing how Doom ran, I believe that it's possible. Call of Duty is a game that's on rails. Let's face it, it is. It's not some big exploration game, and I believe that they could do it. Undertale is also supposedly going to be announced for Switch. Undertale is a very highly critically acclaimed game. If you have not played it, it's one that if it does come, you need to play. Mother 3 has a realistic chance of releasing next year. This should make you cheer for joy if you're one of those Mother 3 fans. Also, Animal Crossing to release next year should appear in the January Direct. And also, Dragon Quest XI should appear during the January Direct. So that does it for what we see. Dragon Quest XI, yes, I really want that. I want all this to be true. But the reality is we don't know. It could be something to where this could just be speculation. It could be one or two of these things true, but I believe that every one of these stories really would be a great announcement, specifically for third party things like the Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption on the Nintendo Switch. Oh my goodness, I haven't replayed that game yet, and that's so great for me because I literally played it when it came out. I fell in love with it. It was awesome. I've been thinking lately about that game and wanting to jump back in. And if it comes out for the Nintendo Switch, then yes. That might mean playing the second one, depending on the release date first. And I'm okay with that. But that's one that definitely needs to come. I'm looking forward to hearing whether or not the Direct will come and whether it will be here and things like that. I mean, this is something that, although we do take it with a grain of salt, we also hope, you know, we all want it. We want this to come true. I know that you do, and so do I. So anyway, that's going to do it for this look. I guess we'd call this news. We'll get back into the video style thing in the future. I've had a very busy work schedule, and you know, got to earn that cash because YouTube ain't giving it to me. So that's just the reality. Got to feed that fam. Got to feed the fam, dude. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So be sure to like and subscribe below if you haven't already. That's subscribe button, man. Let's get to 4,000. Let's get there, and I'm going to give away a game. So go ahead and hit that sub button if you have not already. We'd love to have you as part of this channel. And also like this video. It helps out tremendously. Be sure to comment below. Tell me what you think about all these rumors. Tell me if you believe any, if you think some are far-fetched, what's missing off here you would love to see on the Switch. Anything like that, and I'd love to read those. Guys, thank you so much. You're awesome. I'll see you next time.
Gamestork, delivering news, reviews, and playthroughs like a newborn baby.